Imagine this, the CEO of a multi-million-dollar company, standing in front of a woman he's pursued for years, looking her dead in the eye and saying, "Marry me, or I'll find someone else." A line that sounds like a threat, but really, it's his desperate cry to hold on to the one thing he thinks will complete him. And yet, she didn't expect the janitor, the quiet man who swept the floors and kept to himself, to speak up and say something that would change everything. "Stay with me until the end, you won't want to miss the moment that made everyone's jaw drop." And before we dive deep, don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because stories like this one, they might just change how you see love, power, and courage forever. It all started with Evelyn, a woman who had worked her way up from a modest background. She wasn't rich, she wasn't from an influential family, but she had a heart and a resilience that drew people toward her. That's why Adrian, the CEO of Caldwell Enterprises, was so obsessed with her. Adrian wasn't used to hearing no. He was handsome, powerful, and arrogant in ways that made people both fear and admire him. To him, Evelyn wasn't just someone he liked, she was his prize. He had asked her before, many times, in polished offices, at gala dinners, with expensive rings. And each time, Evelyn had gently refused. She didn't want to be bought or owned. She wanted love, real love. But this time was different. Adrian's voice was sharp, his pride bruised. "Marry me," he said, his eyes flashing, "or I'll find someone else. You'll regret letting me go." The office fell into silence. People pretended not to listen, but the tension was unbearable. Evelyn's heart pounded. She wasn't afraid of losing him, because truthfully, she never had him. What hurt was the way he thought love could be demanded, like a business deal. She tried to steady her voice. "Adrian, if you need to threaten me to say yes, then maybe you never understood me at all." That's when it happened. From the corner of the room, a voice spoke up. Deep, steady, and unexpected. It was Daniel, the janitor. The man everyone overlooked, the one who worked late nights cleaning floors nobody thanked him for. Evelyn turned in shock, as did Adrian, his face twisting with anger. "And what do you think you're doing, interrupting me?" Adrian snapped. But Daniel didn't flinch. He stepped forward, his uniform still dusty from work. "I think," he said quietly, "that love isn't something you threaten someone into. You can build empires, you can buy companies, but you can't buy her heart. And if you really loved her, you'd already know that." The entire office froze. Evelyn's breath caught in her throat. Nobody had ever spoken to Adrian like that before. Adrian laughed bitterly. "You? A janitor? What would you know about love?" Daniel's eyes softened, and that's when Evelyn saw something in him she had never noticed before, a quiet strength, born from struggles nobody knew about. "I know what it's like to have nothing," Daniel said. "And I know what it's like to still give everything for the people you love. Love isn't a contract. It's sacrifice. It's respect. It's choosing someone every day, not forcing them." For the first time, Evelyn saw Adrian falter. His jaw tightened, but his silence betrayed him. Evelyn's eyes filled with tears, not for Adrian, but because Daniel's words rang true in the deepest part of her. She remembered the times Daniel had stayed late to help employees carry boxes. The way he would quietly place flowers on the receptionist's desk when she was having a bad day. The way he never asked for recognition, but his kindness spoke louder than any CEO's speech. Adrian's pride couldn't handle the humiliation. "If you think she'll ever choose you over me, you're a fool," he spat. And with that, he stormed out, leaving a silence so heavy it felt like the whole building was holding its breath. Evelyn turned to Daniel. "Why did you say that?" she whispered. Daniel gave her a small smile, almost shy. "Because someone had to remind him, and maybe remind you too, that you deserve more than an ultimatum. You deserve someone who sees you, not just what you can offer." Those words cracked something open in Evelyn's heart. For so long, she had been fighting against Adrian's shadow that she forgot what it felt like to be truly seen. Daniel didn't offer her diamonds or threats. He offered her honesty. The days that followed were not easy. Adrian tried to win her back with more pressure, more extravagant gifts, even subtle threats to Daniel's job. But Evelyn stood firm. And Daniel, despite knowing the risk, never backed down from protecting her dignity. Together, they faced whispers, judgment, and the imbalance of power that tried to crush them. But love, when it's real, survives storms. Evelyn and Daniel began to spend time together, slowly at first, coffee breaks, late-night conversations. She learned about his life, the hardships he faced, the dreams he had given up to support his family. And he learned about her scars, her fears, her desire for a love that